This might hurt a little.
Ow.
How's she look?
Her suturing skills need some work, but otherwise, I say she should be fine.
So, it wasn't a lurker bite?
If it was, the fever would have already set in, and her temperature would be through the roof. I wish you wouldn't have done what you did.
I was hurt, and you weren't helping.
Because we considered you a threat, which you were. Maybe you still are.
No, I'm not.
We put you in that shed out of concern for the safety of our loved ones. And then you escaped and persuaded my daughter to steal from us. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But there are a few things you need to know about my
Forgeable
daughter.
Brush. How's it going? Welcome back. Thanks
She
for
isn't like you.
coming back
You
tonight.
don't get that initially, but once you're around her
It's a
for
little
while,
small recap.
you'll understand. If she knew how bad the world is, what it's really like out there, she would cease to function. She's my little girl. She's all I have
How are
left,
you?
and I would ask that you stay away from her.
You don't have to threaten me.
Rebecca was worried you might be working with someone else.
Not
That
more
your
feels?
being here was no accident.
Why you
Guess
do
we'll
this,
find
Take?
out.
Why?
But one thing I
Wait,
know
no
for
more feels
sure,
about what?
you are not to be trusted.
I just got home from work too. I feel like under the weather.
Stay
Under the
away
weather.
from my daughter.
No, he's banned.
Hey, brought you some food if you're hungry. That's gonna leave one hell
Oh,
of a
I got
scar.
you.
Better than losing it.
Well, you can say that again.
Walking Dead
Scars?
feels.
They're
Fuck
way cooler
yes.
than stumps.
Aw,
What?
Nothing.
bringing back memories
I
of
just
Lee.
had a friend who lost his arm once. That's all.
Hey, look. I just want to say I'm sorry for being a dick out there. I got kind of aggro, and that was definitely not cool.
Nick's been known to go off every once in a while. Don't hold it against him.
Yeah, I guess we all have our moments.
You definitely had one out there.
You were just protecting your friends. I get it.
I didn't mean to be so harsh. I just... We had a bad experience once.
We've all had bad experiences.
You didn't miss anything.
Nick lost his mom. We took care of someone who got bit.
This is right
It was
where I
my
was
fault.
last night.
It was no one's.
I actually teach little kids how to swim, and I'm a lifeguard.
Thought we could control it, but
So I'm a swim coach. I
when she
teach kids
turned,
water
his mom was
safety
standing
and
right there, and she got attacked.
how to swim different
There
strokes.
was nothing we
From
could
like
do.
little itty bitty kids to all the way like
Anyway,
10,
Hope you
12,
understand.
13.
I do. Yeah.
So I'm like the manager of a bunch of lifeguards on my staff. So I have like 50 lifeguards,
So,
and I train other
since you're
lifeguards.
pretty much on your own.
I
what's your
teach
plan?
swim lessons, stuff like that.
I don't know. I'm kind of on my
Yeah,
own
it's really
now.
cute.
Well, you're welcome to stay here if you want.
Except they get me
Let
sick
yourself
all the
heal up.
time, cause like
Take some time to
parents
sort
don't
things out.
care if their kids are sick, and they still bring them to
Everyone
lessons.
else will be okay with it?
They'll just-
So they always like I have to get really like close to them to teach them how to
So,
how to swim.
what
And they
happened to
always
your parents? If you don't mind me asking.
like sneeze around me, sneeze in my face,
Not
and I'm
soon.
like, oh
What
great.
happened to them
And you know
is
they're a bunch of little
what
little
happened to just
kids.
about
You
everyone's
know they go to
parents.
school and they get each other sick, and then
Just
they
so
come to swim
young.
lessons and they get me sick.
Didn't think you could have made it on your own for so long, but maybe you did.
Yeah, I love kids.
They
I love working with kids.
That's tough.
I'm not ready for
I,
kids
uh,
of my own,
I
but
lost my folks too. Hey,
I'm
sorry.
good with them.
I shouldn't have asked.
She's always sick too. I feel her pain. For real, I feel her
Parents
pain.
went on vacation and left me with a babysitter.
Achoo! And then you're just like, oh.
We
And
went
then
to
it's like,
Savannah to find
you
them,
finally get healthy, and then,
but they were already
you
dead.
know, another kid gets sick and comes to some lessons, and then
Wow.
they sneeze in your face, and then you
Sorry,
get
man.
sick again, and you're just like, not this again.
This man found me and took care of me. We met up with other
That's cool.
survivors, and we all tried to make it.
I could be a teacher, but
It didn't work.
like I thought about it, or a nurse, but I want to go to law
His
school.
name was Lee. He taught me how to survive. He taught me how to shoot a gun.
What?
It'd be nice to have the summers off, you know.
The same thing that happens to everyone, but he saved me first.
Yeah,
Lots of
exactly.
times.
Well, it
They
sounds like
pass
he
it
was a
around,
really
and
good
then
guy.
it gets like
Yeah.
transformed
He
by
was.
each kid, and then you get sick again because it's a different strain.
I hate to interrupt, but I'm out there
Sometimes
standing
it's
watch,
like,
and
I
can't help but
can-
notice
I'm
this
not, like,
place is
sick
lit up
sick.
like a goddamn beacon in the middle of the woods.
Like I don't
Yeah,
feel
it's time to
shitty
turn in
because
anyway.
I eat
Now get
super
your
healthy
wings
and I
while you
work
can, 'cause
out.
We're going fishing at first light. Couple fresh brookies for dinner. Wouldn't that be
So I can
nice?
tell when like my body's like trying to fight an infection, but I'm not sick. I could be sick like if I just didn't work out and ate like a lot of sugar and didn't eat a lot of vegetables and take my vitamins and those like emergency shots. Those things are so
Oh,
helpful.
You're still here.
They have a lot of zinc in them. Yeah, holidays. That's really cool.
I wouldn't get comfortable if I were you.
Whose baby is it?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
yeah, bitch. I know
It's
your
not
secret.
Alvin's. Whose is it?
You shut your fucking mouth.
I have something on you. And
Don't talk to me like that.
For what? You can't
Or I'm
pull
gonna
some shit
tell.
on me.
Oh,
You're
yes,
not
I
my
can.
husband.
You should watch your language if you're going to be a
You
mom.
should watch your ass if you know what's good for you.
well, I can tell the whole group that you lied about this baby. Ha. So you should be nicer to me.
I knew you were going to be a fucking problem. You got what you came here for. Now go.
Yeah, I have 2 more years for my bachelor's degree, and then I'll go to law school right after that. I took a year off because I moved, and I went to a different state, and they charge crazy, ridiculous amounts for out-of-state tuition. But I want to be like a civil attorney, a civil rights attorney, so like helping
How you
people
holding
who
I heard you got
have
an
been
earful
wronged
from
because
Rebecca
of
last
their like things that they can't control.
night. Once
They're
she
called
gets going, there's no
ascribed
bringing her back.
characteristics.
Her bark's worse than
Characteristics.
her bite.
What's her problem?
Yeah, she's got a lot on her mind lately.
So,
Bringing a baby
like,
up
let's say
like
you're a
this.
woman and you get fired because you're pregnant, and your job's like, we're gonna have to
How
let you
far are
go.
these fish traps?
It ain't much further.
Or
Anyone teach you how
so,
to shoot?
like, based on your race
that
or
I mean
gender
talk
or
proper.
sexual orientation, anything like that.
Any idiot with a finger can shoot.
My friend Lee taught me.
Yeah,
good.
discrimination,
It's important
civil
nowadays.
lawsuits against big corporations who try to fuck little guys, their workers.
Nick was
um,
about your age.
Like, think
First
about
time I
Wells
took him
Fargo
hunting.
recently, how
Came
they
across this beautiful 13-point
started
buck just standing
creating
on the
accounts
ridgeline.
and
The
services
boy
for
takes
people
the
that didn't
rifle,
ask for them so
lines
that
up
they
the shot
could
just like I taught him,
basically
and
launder
then
money
start
and make
whining.
more profit.
He turns to me and he says,
So,
I can't do
class
it.
action
I can't
lawsuits
shoot
like
it,
that.
Uncle Pete. Please don't make me shoot it.
Really? No way.
Hey! Why didn't you wait?
You want us standing
Like,
around
recently
like
there
this
was
on a tree?
an outbreak
know
of
where the river
hepatitis
is,
A
boy.
in Hawaii.
Anyway,
And this
so I
worker
grabbed
at
the gun
McDonald's,
out of
like,
his
if she
hand
got
before the big
Hep
buck
C
runs
from
off,
McDonald's,
and
she can
bang,
sue
the
McDonald's
gun
and say,
fires. boy
it's
nearly
their
got shot.
job to make sure their
Of course,
employees
the
don't get
bucket's
infected
away.
with
What are you going and telling her this
diseases
shit
at
for?
work.
'Cause
So,
you almost blew her
cases
face
like
off
that,
yesterday. Seems
there's
wrong.
just so many
Trying
unjust
to let her know it's nothing
people in the
personal.
world who try to screw people over, and it's like,
Because you're always
Yeah.
giving everyone else a hard time.
so that's why,
I
that's what I want to
apologized
spend
already.
my life
She
doing,
accepted.
helping people.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
It's fine. He apologized.
You're always trying to embarrass me.
You're doing a good enough job of that on your own.
I'll
Even us
get
again.
I
a,
know
my
where the fucking
bachelor's will
river
be in
is.
sociology. So, psychology is based on the individual. Sociology is based on the individual, how they act in a group
found
setting
that
in
buck
society,
later that
how
season.
your
Shot it right in
environment
the
growing
neck.
up,
Brought it up to my
nature
sisters,
versus
figuring she'd wanna
nurture,
freeze some of the
changes
meat.
your
It didn't
outlook on
speak to
life,
me
why
feelings.
people think the way they
Sometimes
do.
you gotta play a role, even if it means people you love hate you for it.
I really like helping people.
You should tell him that.
Uncle Pete!
Nick! Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah, and sociology will be really helpful for law to understand different situations and how they affect like the law, and
Who do you think did
hopefully
this?
I want to change the
Not
law.
sure yet. But
And
it ain't
it's a
your
great
average
way to
gang
get
of
into
thugs, that much I
politics.
know.
Getting a law degree.
Think about it. Your Carver
Most
wouldn't have-
senators, congresswomen,
Carver?
congressmen, they have their careers, they start out as lawyers.
Check those
So
guys there.
if I ever want to
Be
hold public
careful.
office one
Some
day,
of them might still be
you
moving.
kind of like, if it's kind of messed up, but women, most of them are lawyers, like they have to kind of have that as their backing, whereas a lot of other people, they just have like connections of, oh, my uncle or my brother or this or that.
This
Nepotism.
one's shot too.
Through the head?
Yeah.
Check the rest. And look for ammo. We're running low.
The only thing that scares me about going into public office is you look at people who wanted to make great change in the world, they end up getting murdered for their
There are
beliefs.
more out there.
This wasn't
Like
no
John
big
Lennon.
pissing
Well,
match.
he didn't hold public
No, it
office,
wasn't.
but he was very critical of society and
Where you
wanted to
going?
change
We need to get the
things.
fuck out of here.
Martin Luther
check
King,
the
Malcolm
rest.
X,
What?
um,
Why?
Calm down and think
Socrates,
about
the
it,
famous
son.
philosopher.
Calm down. We gotta get out of here now.
Jesus Christ, get a hold of yourself.
Shouldn't we go get the others?
Wish we could. But one of these folks might still be alive, and they just might be inclined to tell us who did this. We gotta do this now. Stay here. Keep searching these.
This is a dumb idea.
You know, Nick, I don't like this either. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to realize a simple truth.
What, that you're an asshole?
That nobody in this world is ever gonna give a goddamn whether you like something or not. You gotta grow up, son.
The
Whatever.
cool thing about art and
Come
being
on, Clem.
creative is like,
wanna be
you
useful?
don't
Keep a
necessarily
lookout on
have
that
to
tree.
go to school
Whoever
for
did
art.
this might still
Like I
be
can
out
still
there,
go to school
waiting
and
for
go to
another
law
sucker
school
to
and practice
stumble
art on the
across this
side.
mess. Just like baiting a fish. It's what I'd do.
I'd be more useful with a gun.
I don't doubt it.
At some point, you got